recording an episode of Impedecast at the Podcast Iowa Meetup 2019. No one knows we're doing this. We went off the grid a little bit. We went rogue, and people are conversing in other areas of the room.
There's a bar over there. All right, so full description of what's going on here. Let me turn up the input level on my...
Go for it. I'll tell the live stream what's happening right
good,
now.
Right? Hello? Yeah, levels
great.
look okay. So we're simultaneously recording audio,
video live, and audio live on Facebook. Hashtag Impedecast.
It's the first time we've done any sort of video broadcast with this thing. If you're watching on the stream...
Hi, Mom.
Does it say anywhere if anyone's watching?
Probably over here. 3 people.
Hello, the 3 of you. One is a phone that's sitting over there, I think.
So there's 2 people watching. If you could probably just say who you are, that'd be great, and then we can say who you are. My mom, just joined. My mom is watching.
Yeah,
I wasn't lying. So hi, Mom. My mom does listen to Impedecast. She says in her own words, I try to listen to Impedecast.
That's all we can ask for. It's
Yes.
intentionally abrasive.
So, I mean, we can go through these questions if we want, or I can pull up the holidays.
Let's start with holidays.
Okay, so on Impedecast...
We haven't done those in a long time.
Yeah, if you don't know, a thing that we like to do at the beginning of months is observe the interesting or strange or different holidays for the giving month that we are in. Since March just started a couple weeks ago.
We're literally more than halfway through. It's March 16th, so here's March.
Yeah, and we try to do an episode every major holiday, or just if we have an event to go to.
We kind of do the show whenever we want.
So I was thinking we could do an Easter show maybe and get April started off right and do holidays there. So I'm going to type in...
And if you're watching on the video, I wanted to say this. This is what we record every single episode of the Impedecast with. It's just this little Zoom recorder.
It's really handy.
You take it outside. I don't put any sort of windscreen over it, so you get plenty of wind noise.
Which is what we want for Impedecast.
The audio that's going over the internet right now is probably better than the audio that I'm recording.
That's probably accurate, because we have these nice microphones for you guys who are watching live.
Microphones that I provided.
These are all my Justin's microphones. Okay, so we have a nice ad for bras on here, and let's click on March. See what holidays we are going to celebrate this month. What day is it? The 16th?
It's the 16th. So we'll just get the second half of the month.
Yeah. So the 16th today. Oh, this is good. You're gonna dig this.
All right.
Everything you do is right day. That's not the one that I saw that you're gonna really dig, but it's nice that everything you do today, it's the right choice. You're doing everything right. Your life is on the right track. Congratulations.
No matter what decisions you make on today, March 16th, none of it will have been a mistake. You'll never experience regret over any actions you take today on March 16th.
You have our guarantee.
That's right.
It's also Giant Panda Bear Day.
That's the same day?
That's today. Celebrate a giant panda bear. I went to the zoo 2 days ago, and they have red pandas.
Oh, those are great.
Those are really great, but they were doing a little gross thing. There were 2 red pandas in the cage, I guess. It's like a glass thing you can see through. And one of the red pandas was just chill. He's just doing his own thing. Or she, I don't know. But the other red panda was walking around the aquarium, or the confinement, walking around, rubbing its rear end and spraying like shiny goop on everything that was like sticking up, like every knot in the branch. It would just like rub its anal glands. Can I say that on the live stream?
Yeah, we're in the parental guidance advised portion of the live stream now, I think.
Yeah, so I'm sorry if you're offended by anal glands, but I said it.
It's science, it's biology.
It's science. So it was like really just spreading its scent all over that cage, and it was really gross, but I couldn't stop watching it. I watched it for probably 30 minutes.
You're normal.
Yeah. I felt good about it afterwards.
You have normal desires.
Yeah. So, also, it is International Sports Car Racing Day.
All right.
Go
Very
cars.
exciting.
It is National Quilting Day. Kind of boring. Oh, tomorrow is St. Patrick's Day. I didn't even know that.
It's the anniversary of my grandmother's death.
It's also... I'm really sorry to hear that.
It's fine. It's fine. It's been...
Okay.
It will have been 7 years.
Oh, so you're pretty much over it.
Oh, yeah. I don't care at all.
I'm so sorry.
No, it's fine. I wanted to make you uncomfortable.
You did it. Nailed it. You did it. So, for St. Patrick's Day, are you going to drink green fluid?
I may not have the opportunity. What kind of green fluids do you recommend?
Ideally, I mean, people typically drink green beer. I don't like beer. I know you don't like beer, so you're probably not going to be drinking any green beer. But if you put food coloring in pretty much anything, are you going to do that?
No.
Are you going to wear green?
Probably not.
You're going to be recording your radio show, I Hear, I See, tomorrow, live at 4 p.m. Tune into KRUI FM 89.7 FM.
But if you're not in Iowa City, you can get it online, krui.fm.
Highly recommended. Good show. Local artist. I'm going to be there tomorrow, and if you're not wearing green, I'm going to punch you in the face. I know you're supposed to pinch, but I don't think that's good enough. It's a holiday. You're supposed to wear green. Celebrate it. I'm not going to wear green. And if you pinch me, I'm calling the police.
The funny thing is that we can see ourselves because we're streaming video, and I'm like doing facial expressions instead of talking.
I know, I'm doing the same thing.
So the podcast is going to suck even more than usual.
There's going to be so many silences where we're just like...
Yeah. Maybe when I upload the audio, I'll like have a link to this video.
To a picture, just like a screenshot of our faces in that
I'll just
moment.
have a gif of us like looking at a camera.
I hate that.
All right, your phone keeps
Okay, I
going to sleep.
know. My phone keeps closing, so we need to keep going on these holidays.
All right, give me rapid fire.
Okay, the 17th is also Corned Beef and Cabbage Day, which we all knew because that's the thing that you eat
That's
on
an
St.
Irish
Patrick's
thing,
Day.
yeah.
Submarine Day, and then it says the hero sandwich or the boat. We don't know because I'm not going to click it because we're on a time crunch now. St. Patrick's Day, we know that. Ooh, the 18th is Goddess of Fertility Day.
That's
How
a
are you
good
going
one.
to celebrate
That's a good
that?
one. I'm going to knock up my wife.
You hear that, Ashley? You about to get pregnant.
I am not going to do it.
I'll raise your child
This is
like a cat.
You'll raise... Well, she's not even going to want to go through pregnancy. So
I know. Okay, never mind. Never mind. Sorry for that false hope, everyone. I know you wanted to see what Ashley and Justin's baby would look like, but you're never going to know.
It's just going to look like this smaller. That's all.
Yeah, that's a good point.
So
the
a
18th.
nightmare.
The 18th is also Supreme Sacrifice Day. I'm clicking that
Yeah,
one.
that one I don't know.
We
what
need
that
to
is.
elaborate on this. So, Supreme Sacrifice Day recognizes the ultimate sacrifice made by some for the good of others. History is filled with examples of people who offered supreme sacrifice for other people. It references Jesus. He did some sacrificial stuff. Soldiers in battle, firemen.
It's kind of encroaching on Easter's territory.
It is. When I hear the word sacrifice, I think of like a sacrificial lamb for like some sorcery ritual over a fire, and it's like.
Isn't there a Creed song, "My Sacrifice"?
Probably.
That's what I think.
Yeah. And you just like, oh yeah, that one.
Yeah,
okay, yeah. There is a good song, but I don't know. When I hear sacrifice, I picture a lamb being tied up by its back legs and someone slitting its throat and the blood. Sorry, we're in the safer work section of the live stream. I don't think. Can I talk about sacrificial lambs?
That's probably okay. It'll be a little troubling for young audiences, so please cover your child's eyes and ears.
Okay, yeah, do that.
I mean, those kids, they're watching Momo, so they're not. It's not going to bother them that much.
That's a good point.
If they can handle Momo.
I love Momo. I am Momo.
Video people, look at her. She looks just like Momo. Yeah.
God, that was terrifying. I didn't like that.
Yeah.
I am Momo, though. Fight me.
Don't say that too loud.
I know. Okay. I like this list on here about Sacrifice Day because it has 3 bullet points and then says the list goes on and on and on. But does it?
There have been infinite sacrifices in recorded human history.
Does it go on and on? The 19th is Poultry Day. Kiss a chicken.
Yeah. Joker chicken.
I'm not gonna read that because it's stupid. Tea for Two Tuesday. Okay, who cares?
That one's the 3rd Tuesday in March.
Oh, I don't like this.
Ooh, that's a good one.
No, it's not. Okay.
Why don't you like it?
This one, the 20th of March Is International Earth Day. Earth Day is April 22nd, people.
Oh, I thought you were looking at the next one.
The next one's really good.
Okay,
so
good.
scratch.
Wait,
do not celebrate International Earth Day. Celebrate Earth Day.
Is Earth Day the United States Earth Day?
No, it's when the Earth was born. Because me and the Earth had the same birthday.
Oh, that's why you're mad about it. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, whatever.
But the 20th is Extraterrestrial Abductions Day. Get abducted on the 20th, or it doesn't count.
Yeah.
Or that's the only day you can get abducted?
On
the 20th.
Oh wait, it's March. Yeah.
That's this month.
Yeah, that's coming up quick. That's Wednesday, right? The 20th.
I don't know. I'm not a calendar.
Have you had any alien experiences?
I used to, whenever we would drive home at night from my grandparents' house, oh my god, I don't know how to use microphones. We would drive home from my grandparents' house in Illinois, and I used to be really into the X-Files, so I would just stare up at the night sky the entire drive through the night, and I would see unexplainable lights in the sky many times, and I would point them out to my family. I'd be like, Mom, what is that? Can you please tell me what that floating, hovering light is? And she would have nothing to say. So Mom, if you're watching this, I know that you were lying to me. You thought it was airplane, but guess what? Airplanes don't hover like that. Have you ever been abducted?
I don't think so. I don't have any memories of it, but at some point, we should do like a regression hypnosis thing sometime.
I like the thought of
like
that.
Like early X-Files stuff, and see if I make anything up in that state of mind.
I like that a lot. I have a cactus at work that I named. I have a dead cactus at work named Samantha, and I named it after Fox Mulder's abducted sister, Samantha. Her name's Samantha, right?
Yeah.
So I don't know why I named this cactus Samantha, but I think it was like after it died and turned all alien looking. I was like, yeah, this cactus name is Samantha. It's after David Duchovny or Fox Mulder's abducted sister that he's always looking for. I miss X-Files.
I haven't watched the new seasons yet, but I will.
I refuse. Have you seen the new movie? It's so bad. It ruins.
The movie came out 11 years ago.
No. There was the original movie, which is my favorite movie in the world, X-Files.
Yes.
And then there is the second movie,
which came out in 2008.
Oh yeah, you're right. I don't know how old I am.
Yeah. I haven't actually seen it.
It's very bad. You'll hate it.
Yeah.
I mean, when I was younger, I really liked the sexual tension between David Duchovny and Gillian Anderson's character.
Yeah.
And the movie ruined that because they were like
married.
married.
Kind of had their own thing too.
Hell yeah.
Outside of the show, I think.
I hope they did because they're, I don't know, it's just, I always was rooting for them. Okay, so let's move on. The 20th is also Proposal Day. So if anyone's secretly in love with me, you should probably propose to me on the 20th. Yeah. I'm very alone and I just have a cat.
If anyone in the room is secretly in love with you.
If anyone here is secretly in love with me, now would be the time to tell me on the 20th. Also, the 20th is National Agriculture Day and Spring Equinox. Oh, that's the first day of spring.
Yeah.
Spring equinox is the first day of spring.
That's right.
That is something to celebrate, even though it's still like 27 degrees out right now.
I think we've got a few days for it to turn real spring.
I looked up the weather. Actually, my coworker looked up the weather the other day because it was like 30 degrees, and we're like, why is it still so cold? It's almost spring, and the damn gopher told us it was going to be
Don't get me started on that day.
Don't get me started on that gopher. What was it? Oh, groundhog.
Groundhog.
Whatever. Gophers, groundhog, same thing. But we were looking up record temperatures, and in 2012, it was in the 80s already. Do you remember that?
Like here in Iowa?
Here.
I don't remember that.
I don't remember that either, but it was a fact.
No, actually, I kind of do. You said 2012, right?
Yeah.
That was the year my grandma died, and I do remember that time. it was.
And it was hot at her funeral?
It was, no, like the day that she died and I found out. I remember going outside and it was warm.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Listen, it's not pleasant, but I'm fine.
You know what, now
I'm sorry I keep bringing it up,
now
but it was relevant.
Now that I think about that, not your dead grandma, but about the weather, there was a day, downtown Des Moines, there was an ice skating rink, like an outdoor ice skating rink, and I did go there in the middle of December, and it was like 65 degrees, and my friend and I were in our t-shirts ice skating outside in the middle of December.
Nice.
And it must have been 2012. No, it was actually like 2009, because I was working at Dollar General at the time. So the 21st is Absolutely Incredible Kid Day. I don't know what that means, but you can only celebrate it if you are an absolutely incredible kid or if you have an absolutely incredible kid. Right?
I honestly don't know what to say about that.
I don't either.
It sounds awful.
I'm not celebrating. We can celebrate our cats. They're our children.
I would never. Look, it puts too much on a kid to like say, you're absolutely incredible.
Ew, you're
it's
right.
Too much.
But what if it's a cat? They don't know what any of those words mean.
Too stupid to understand, so.
So there's no point really.
Then it's just for yourself.
You're doing it for you at that point. Okay.
Yeah.
Fragrance Day. Just smell everything on the 21st.
Yeah.
Everything you can get your hands and
it
your
says
nose
here.
on.
Oh wait, sorry. That's the next one.
Purim.
Yeah, I think that's like an Indian holiday.
Purim. I bet it's Purim then. Purim is a 2-day event beginning
it's Jewish.
at sundown. Let's get Michael Livy in here. Tell us about Purim.
He's busy recording.
Oh, he's recording his podcast over on the opposite end of the room. I really want to be on Michael Libby's show.
We can talk to him.
He's like my hero, Michael Libby. If you're watching this, you're like my hero in podcasting world. The 22nd is National Goof Off Day. Woo-hoo. Oh, we're gonna goof off.
Be goofy.
I'm gonna call in dead.
I'm gonna play some goofs on my loved ones.
Oh, have you ever pulled a prank on someone that you shouldn't have pulled a prank on? Because I have a couple things I did.
Kind of. Like years ago, Ashley and I, we took our relationship off of Facebook. And
that's a good goof.
My family was pissed.
How about her family?
I don't know if they noticed.
Are they on Facebook?
Yeah, I don't know. My family seemed to be more upset about it than anyone else.
That's a really good goof. I like that a lot.
It was pointless and people got mad.
I actually kind of did the opposite. I dated this guy for 4 years that my whole family hated. Like they like him now that we're not dating.
Yeah.
But a couple years after we broke up, we became friends again, and we posted that we were back in a relationship. And then I posted like, oh my god, Jake just proposed.
Oh no.
Yeah, it was so funny to us.
Yeah.
Because we were like, we hate each other, but we're like mutually just friends now. But now my whole family thinks I'm engaged to the person that they hate the most.
Yeah, that is.
It was bad. But when I was in high school, on April Fool's Day, I had this art teacher who hated me a lot. And so I wanted to prank him really bad. And so this is so stupid. This is going to sound really stupid, but he had his favorite sponge. He had a sponge that he liked a lot, and so he had this sponge at his desk. Like, he would always keep it near him. He would paint with it, and he would clean things with it. It was like an all sponge.
And it had a face on it, and it was wearing pants. And
it was his wife and his lover. He loved it.
Yeah.
So I took the sponge and
it was his love sponge.
It was his love sponge. It was his life sponge. I took his life sponge and I super glued it to his desk. And he never found out it was me. But then I also super glued all the chairs and tables to the ground in the classroom, so no one could put
bigger deal than the sponge.
He
I
was
think.
mean.
Yeah.
He only cared about the sponge though. Like
He
that was the
wasn't
only
upset?
thing he was mad about. I think I even super glued his mouse to the keypad or to the mouse pad. No, I don't think I did that. That's pretty invasive.
Well, so is like gluing chairs to the floor.
It was funny though.
Yeah, it is fun.
And then the other thing I did that same day, because after doing that, I was feeling pretty pranky.
Yeah.
We had a school cop who would walk the halls, and I grabbed his gun.
Is this real? You did that?
Yeah.
Oh my god, what happened?
Well, I didn't take it out of the holster, but I just like put my hand on it, and I was like, April Fools!
Oh man. What did he do?
He was like, "Oh, you got me."
What?
I know.
He didn't take
No,
that
he didn't
seriously?
shoot me.
Oh my god.
No, he didn't shoot me.
White girl privilege.
I know. That was like the most
That's
privileged
incredible.
I've ever felt in my entire life.
Wow.
It was so bad.
You grabbed a cop's gun.
I grabbed a cop's gun, and my friend was with me, and she was like, "I cannot believe you just grabbed a cop's gun." And
That's
I was
something
like,
most of us can only dream of.
I was like, "Girl, you know me. I have no limits."
Yeah, that's insane.
Yeah. Oh, it was my friend who I talked about in our last episode,
Right.
Emma,
The Christian.
who I told about
Yeah.
stealing the Jesuses. It was her who was with me in the art class too.
So she's like
She's kind of a bad example. Emma, I can't believe you let me do all these things.
your good, well-behaved friend who tried to get you to stop from doing these things.
I have an Easter story about her too, since it's almost
Should
Easter.
we save it for like an April show?
What if we don't have one? Yeah, we'll save. Never mind. Stay tuned for next week's
We just did
or
a
next
bunch of
month's
April
show.
Fool's Day stories, so
That's true, but it's Goof Off Day.
yeah, and we talked about a different holiday instead.
Okay. Scratch that. Tune into next
I'm editing all of that out of the podcast
Tune into next month's show when I talk about.
when I splice what we
Easter.
just said into the next one.
Well, sometimes Easter's in March. When do we even know when Easter is this year?
It's not in March.
Okay, never mind then. Let's cut to the next holidays. I'm not going to say that because I think that's Australia.
Which one?
Melba Toast
Actually,
Day.
we should say that. Melba Toast Day. It's some sort of food. I don't really know. But my friend Stella,
Yeah,
her
Stella.
family, her family had a basset hound named Melba Toast for years, and she was great.
Okay, celebrate that dog.
Yeah. That's-
Just that dog.
It's a holiday for her.
You know what?
In
Celebrate
fact,
your dogs every day.
We had like
Look,
we had a little
that
mini,
same day. Look what the same day is.
Which one?
National Puppy Day.
Yeah. We had like a mini music festival in Stella's garage called Melba Palooza.
That's really good. That's
great.
good. I don't know what that is. Ew. The 24th is National Chocolate Covered Raisin Day. Do you like those?
Not something I would choose to eat, but they're fine.
Okay, I'm really confused about the next one. The 25th is Feast of Annunciation.
Feast of the Annunciation.
Isn't Annunciation when you like speak your words clearly and you enunciate every
Feast of the Annunciation. I'm sure it's a Christian thing. It's 9 months before the birth of Jesus.
Before?
9 months before the birth of Jesus. So the Feast of the Annunciation is a celebration of,
Oh no!
Annunciation. That's what I'm going to
Is that
call
what
it.
Annunciation means?
It's
I thought it was like
It has two
like
meanings.
diction when you use diction with your speaking. Oh no!
diction.
Not safe for work.
That's right. We're getting into sex topics here on the live stream.
Oh no!
Feast of the Annunciation is about God
And
impregnating
diction.
a woman.
God and diction.
That's what it is.
Okay, that's sick.
Pretty sweet.
But I thought he was immaculately concepted.
Conceived. Yeah, but she still like went through a full term of pregnancy.
I think that's a lie. I think that's fake,
Which
but
part
okay.
of it?
All of it.
Fine.
I think she had sex with a man and she had a baby. And she was like too ashamed to say that she had sex with a man, so
It's
Jesus.
It's a possible theory.
It's a probable
But
theory.
but the biblical, the canon is that yes, he was immaculately conceived, but that was still just the point of conception. So the pregnancy still went forward like as usual.
Right. Okay, I get it. I'll celebrate.
It wasn't just like God put a baby or a full-term fetus
in a woman,
like,
and then she
right away.
pushed it out.
So it was just
yeah.
immediate birth.
At that point, why don't you just give her a baby?
Yeah,
Like, why do you have
just
to put it in her?
Force her to go through the hard
That's
part.
pretty mean.
Yeah.
No time to like prepare and stretch her body. Like,
Yeah,
just
why couldn't God just
shove it in there?
give her a baby?
Here, I found this
Just
baby.
hand
Take it.
to
I
her.
made that. I made
Just
this
hand
for
it
you.
to her with the giant hand
of
God.
God.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a really good point.
But, you know,
that's
like,
a really good point. God.
Jesus was supposed to be like fully human as well as the Son of God, so he had to go through all of the human process. That's what I've heard, anyway.
I think he's only half human, if I'm being quite honest. If that whole
Sort
story
of
is real.
like a Hercules demigod kind of thing.
Then again, a lot of people think the Earth, because the Bible says so, is the Earth is round, but it's not spherical.
Right, like round like a disc.
Like a disc.
Round like a
frisbee.
pizza.
Like a pizza. Pizza Earth theory.
Yep.
And the crust is the ice wall around, which is Antarctica.
Yes. We're getting deep into theological topics.
Yeah, let's go on to the next holiday. The 25th also is Pecan Day and Waffle Day.
All these food days.
So you can have pecan waffles. Is that a
real
thing? I don't
meal?
know.
I don't know.
Oh, the 26th is Make Up Your Own Holiday Day. What holiday do you want to make up?
You have an idea?
Eat a bald eagle day.
You're on this bald eagle consumption kick.
I'm hungry for American patriotic meat.
I'm gonna make up Justin Comer Day, and it's not a celebration of me.
Of course.
It's more of an observance and a recognition of me.
That you exist, or that you were born, or that you are alive, or...
Well, it has to be on March 26th, which is not really close to any significant dates for me, but it's just a day to think about me,
Okay.
recognize my existence.
Are there decorations for this day?
Yeah, you have to wear a wig.
Oh, to look like you.
Sure.
You're dressing like... Oh, we're being joined We're being joined by a few people. We have Royce of Stuck in the Middle podcast.
Yeah.
And we have Chet from Two in the Bush
That's right.
podcast.
I like
going,
that name,
guys?
by the way, Two in the Bush.
This is on the live stream, but we're also recording an episode of our show, Impedecast.
Yeah.
Yes.
Also, we're literally nailing it.
You're
we're
literally-
impeding you guys.
Yeah, exactly.
Trying to do a difficult podcast.
Yes.
That's right.
So what
Meta as
we're
fuck.
doing right now is something that we like to do on our show in Pedcast is go through the weird holidays of every month.
Okay.
And so right now we're on Make Up Your Own Holiday Day. What holiday
Today?
would today? Or no,
It's
the
March
26th.
26th is Make Up Your Own Holiday.
So what holiday would you make up if you had to or could make up a holiday on your own?
Day drinking is okay.
Day.
Day.
Yeah.
Damn it.
Day drinking is
What,
I
okay.
had a
One?
similar idea. I was going to say cucumber and vodka day.
You'd be maybe upset, but oh wait, it wasn't you. It was the other guys I was telling you about. I wanted to eat a bald eagle, so I said eat a bald eagle day.
Yeah.
That's kind of. I mean, I'm for it.
Thank you.
But in Iowa, we kind of like love bald eagles.
How would you prepare it?
Probably grill it. I'd probably grill it. I wouldn't want to put like too much sauce on it and stuff, take away the flavor
sauce.
of America. But I would
feel
probably
like-
just eat the bird. It'd be very gamey and probably gross.
Very muscular.
Very much.
No, not a lot of fat on there.
They're kind of
America's kind of fatty. You
scavengers.
think there'd be some fat on there?
You would think.
Well,
Very
yeah.
lean.
Yeah.
Very lean. We're muscular.
Well,
over
you
here.
know, I think Ben Franklin wanted the turkey to be
Yes.
the national bird.
I think
Yeah.
that's
So that-
it's more apt
Yeah.
to be a turkey.
And that's something
Yes,
we eat
for
all the time.
America. No, it's very fitting.
Yeah, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
There's more of them. They're stupider.
Yeah, maybe a pigeon too, because they're like dirty and
Yeah.
Americans kind of suck, like pigeons.
Like any bird that can drown by being rained on.
Yeah,
that's right.
Like,
Yeah, very fitting.
Yeah, yeah.
for our
yeah,
country.
I like that.
They can drown by being rain.
Yeah, because they just it rains on them and they just go, rain, and then they don't realize that their mouth is full of water.
I
And
literally,
then they just die.
I didn't know that.
Yeah,
That's awesome. I like
They're kind of
that.
worthless.
They
Very
are
stupid.
worthless.
That's also why they're so
I
delicious.
don't even. I just I don't even
The
like
26th is also
to eat them.
National Spinach Day.
I like spinach. I'm a spinach guy.
Yeah.
To be honest.
Spinach
Yeah.
is good.
Eat a lot of it.
Like for salads or just like cooking it.
Salads, cook it, whatever.
I like it both raw and
Yeah,
it's pretty good. Yeah.
The 27th is National Joe Day, Joe in quotes. I don't know what that means. I'm not
day-
sure.
it's
We're gonna click it and find out.
Celebration of saying the word Joe.
I know 2 Joes. Oh,
This
so,
holiday's crazy.
So, fuck both the Joes I know.
Oh,
Oh, nothing. They're great guys. But why do they get to have their own day? It's bullshit.
right.
True.
But
I
here's
don't have my day.
here's the description.
You don't have yours.
The description of the day is National Joe Day. National Joe Day is a chance to change your name, if only for today. So everyone is
Oh,
Joe.
anyway.
Everybody is Joe?
Wait, we have to choose Joe, or it's a day where you can go by something else.
It pretty
Of
much
your own
says, okay, many people do not like their given name. They wish they could change it. A few actually do. On National Joe Day, it's perfectly okay to have everyone call you Joe. Why Joe and not Bob or Mike or Radcliffe? Simply
Oh, yeah.
because everyone likes the name Joe. If you are called Joe today, we know that you're Joe Cool. Is this a Snoopy holiday?
Stupid. Yeah.
I'm so okay with this, though. But by the way, Snoopy is not Joe Cool. They're 2 different people.
Okay, but they're the same.
But they're not.
Listen.
One of them
We
is
can have
wearing
a
sunglasses,
discussion.
the other is not.
Okay.
Clearly different.
Then who is the Red Baron?
A pizza guy?
Wasn't that a Nazi?
Isn't that what they call Snoopy when he's on his
Yeah.
when he's on top of his doghouse and he has the
Are you making light of
glass-
mental illness?
Yes.
Good, because I am too, obviously. Okay, guys, this was fun. Stuck in the Middle podcast. Check me
Yeah.
out.
Yeah,
that's fine.
Stuck in the
I'm
Middle
outta here.
podcast.
See you,
you wanna
Royce.
stick around?
Two in the bush.
You wanna?
I don't know.
You're over the top. Over the top.
It's cool. It's cool, you guys.
That was Chet from Two in the Bush podcast.
He just left. Chill. That's fine though. I'm not offended.
You should be.
Oh hey.
Hello.
We have Hey Buddy.
That's
Hey
me.
Buddy
At
show.
least one half of Hey Buddy.
Hashtag Team Hey Buddy.
I'm telling you right now that. Come on, Joe. Come on. Okay. Come on. She's got to be on the show at some point.
Do you want to know what we're doing right now?
Oh, sure. What are we
Justin
talking
and
about?
I are recording an episode of our show, Impedecast. We have a
With this
recorder
audio.
right here. Impedecast, the impeding audio is the event.
Oh, I
So
like it.
something we do is we go through the holidays each month, and now we're on March 28th, which is Something on a Stick Day and Weed Appreciation Day.
Whoa, wait, weed appreciation?
Weed Appreciation
Like
Day.
W-
And
So it's not.
Yes.
It's not April 20th.
it's not April 20th.
No, 420.
It's March 28th.
That's
Yeah.
later than usual.
Yeah, and then the next day is Smoke and Mirrors Day. So, I mean, I don't know if it has something to do with weed appreciation, but probably not. It's
Smoke and
probably
mirrors.
Smoke and Mirrors Day.
Oh, mirrors. I thought it was smoking beers then.
No, but it's also National Mom and Pop Business Owners Day. So support local businesses. On the 29th is National Mom and Pop Business Day.
Now,
Number
honestly, if I can say real quick, hey, Kyle from Liberty Sweet Prize,
Oh,
if
you-
I can
Right.
sneak in, the fact that something on a stick day does not take place during the Iowa State Fair sounds
yeah.
like an atrocity. That sounds like something that needs to be rectified.
that is an atrocity. As a Iowa-based podcast, I take personal offense to that.
You're really invested in the Iowa State Fair, right?
I am, but only because I'm from Des Moines, and it's like a thing that you do every day.
Yeah, you've
of
been
the
to like
fair.
20 of them, right?
Yeah.
Did you ever try fried butter on a stick?
No, I
I
would
did.
never try fried butter on a
Did you
stick.
like it?
I loved it.
See,
It was
it's-
delicious.
What is it?
They're frying
It's
butter.
literally fried sticks of butter, and you put them on a stick, and you fry them. It's
Is it wrapped
just
in
like-
batter?
Yeah.
Did you eat the whole stick?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
The butter mostly melted into the batter by the time.
Okay.
It
So
was
it's like
done.
butter
So
and
it's
batter.
mostly just like tasty batter.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for the most part.
Is it sweet or salty?
It's a little bit of both because it's just butter. But yeah, it was delicious. I loved it.
There you
Wish
have
they
it.
bring it back.
Oh, did they
Oh, it's
stop
gone?
doing it?
Wait, they took it away?
Well,
Was it killing people?
No, it's
Well, it's cholesterol on a stick.
Yeah.
they just switch out these things. Some of them don't show up every single year. Oreo on a deep fried
Those
Oreo.
are really good. That's every year.
They're pretty popular every single year.
Right.
Snickers on a stick, I think, is
Very
kind
good.
of off and on recurring. Butter on a stick just hasn't been back for a couple of years for some reason.
Close your eyes, everyone, and reach into your fridge in your mind and pull out a stick of butter.
Well, you got me there.
Unwrap your butter
All right. You got me
and just put it in your mouth and just chew on it. Just chew on it. It's butter.
Have you eaten butter like that?
No. That's why I'm like, why would you make deep fried butter on a stick? Why don't you just?
You don't like this.
Why don't you just go into your fridge, you monster, and take your stick of butter, unwrap it, and chew on it like the animal you are, you freak? Don't
All right,
put
man.
butter on a stick.
Take
That's
it-
terrible.
you take it a hard
Okay,
stance.
sorry, I just got really shrieky there for a second. I just think it's really terrible.
That's what happens. You're getting animated.
Okay, we're getting to the end
It's
of
a
the month.
podcast, baby.
I'm sorry, I like to shriek on my podcast.
Yeah.
Bum. The 30th of March is I Am in Control Day.
All right.
Cool.
Good for you.
It's also National Doctors Day. So hug a doctor on the 30th. And take a walk in the park day. And I can't read this next one.
You don't like this?
You
All
read
right.
the next one.
The last holiday of March 30th is Turkey Neck Soup Day. Why can't you say that?
Turkey neck soup?
I don't know. I've never had it.
Is that the gobbler? Oh, wait, that's
no,
not what it's called.
Just the neck, I think. People eat turkey necks, right?
It reminds me of.
People do,
Have you guys
yeah.
seen Christmas Vacation?
Yeah.
And,
Maybe
and
once.
cousin Eddie, they're like cooking a Christmas turkey, and he's like, "Save the neck for me, Clark," because he's
Yeah.
gross.
Yeah.
That's what I think of. Save that gross, nasty turkey neck for me, Clark.
Your phone screen keeps turning off. Okay.
Can you stop complaining?
Listen to me. Change the settings on your phone so we can do a podcast already.
I don't change the settings on my phone for one day to change them back. I guess I could leave it. Whatever.
No.
This doesn't matter.
Finish the list already.
Okay, the 31st of March, the last day of March, Bunsen Burner Day. How are you going to celebrate?
I'm gonna have an impromptu do-it-yourself science class.
Have you ever
day.
cooked anything over a Bunsen burner?
I don't think so.
I had a chemistry class, and I had a really cool teacher named Mr. Stalter, and he would bring in, well, first of all, he would bring in his like actual frying pan, like a electric griddle, and we would just cook pancakes every so often. He was a big boy. He liked to eat pancakes, and so we could buy food from him, and then we could eat it. But we would also cook things over the Bunsen burner, like with a pan, like eggs.
Oh, okay. So just like regular cooking. Yeah.
But we would use a Bunsen burner as the heat source rather than an oven because we were in a chemistry classroom. We didn't have an oven. So I like Bunsen burner day. It's also National Clam on the Half Shell Day. Do you guys like clams on the half shell? You like clams?
Clams
Half
are
shell?
pretty good. Yeah, I like clams.
I like clams a lot.
Yeah.
Wait, I think it's oysters that I like. Like oysters,
They're similar.
Rockefeller, and
Yeah.
like clams. Yeah, they're the same thing.
Pretty much.
They're mollusks. It's mollusk day.
I think the clams are chewier, right?
Yeah, I think clams are the ones that I just like. You just slug it back with a cracker or something. Or
That's an
hot dog.
oyster.
They're both.
Are they the same?
I don't know. Clams are bigger. Have you ever seen?
Are they?
Have you ever seen a? What's it called? It's a type of clam that's really disgusting. Something duck. It's like duck.
No idea,
duck.
man.
Well, it looks like a shell, but then like a big long protrusion coming out of the shell. It looks very phallic. I'm gonna say it's
I don't
pretty
know, man.
disgusting. What's it called?
Listeners, let us know what the clam is called that has a horn or whatever.
Goy duck. That doesn't sound right.
Goid?
Goy duck? A
So-
goiter?
Whatever. What's the last one?
The last day or the last holiday is World Backup Day. Does that mean like backup in your car, like backup your
Making
stuff?
backup plans, backing up the data on your computer, probably
it's
stuff
probably-
like that.
we can
Awareness,
click it.
awareness
Oh,
of
actually,
healthy.
I don't care about that.
Healthy data management practices, probably.
But you know what March is?
No.
It is. Let me find a good one. National Frozen Food Month.
Oh, pretty good.
What's your favorite frozen food?
Honestly,
to eat still frozen.
Oh, still frozen?
Yeah.
I don't eat a lot of food that's still frozen. That's not supposed to be. Like
well-
I've had. Have you ever had like Eggo waffles still frozen?
No.
I did that sometimes as a kid, just like not
Oh.
wanting to wait for it to cook.
Okay,
and
I
just
get that. Did you
roll.
put syrup on it though?
No, just raw.
Okay, that's disgusting.
Me and my sisters did that all the time.
I had a neighbor when I was a kid. His name was Matt, and he had a freezer in his garage, like a deep freeze.
Yeah.
And his family would keep like white bread loaves in there, just spare loaves of bread. And sometimes when we were playing outside in the summer, we would dive in and just eat frozen slices of white bread.
Cold piece of bread.
And it was so, I crave it sometimes. It was so good.
Yeah.
And I'll be like, oh, I wish I was the kind of person who put bread in my freezer, because I could really go for a slice of frozen bread right now.
I have had. I think we at home typically have a couple loaves of bread in the freezer. So
Justin,
if you want,
you're holding back.
you want a
with this
special
frozen
treat
bread?
sometime, just stop by.
You know what my other favorite thing to eat when I was a child was?
What?
It was amoxicillin. It's a drug. It's prescribed.
Yeah, right.
It's a prescription drug that you get when you get strep throat, and it's the pink liquid.
Right. Yeah.
I had a friend named Megan who was my assistant manager when I worked at Dollar General, and she had 2 kids, and so they would get prescribed amoxicillin sometimes, and whenever her kids were sick, I was like, so what'd they give them at the doctor's office? And she knew about my addiction, and she's like, oh, I have extra in
You
my
can't
fridge.
actually be addicted to it, can you?
I'm not addicted to it per se. I'm addicted to the taste of it, the flavor of it. And I remember there was one time that I was probably like 15, and I had to go to the doctor because I got strep again, and they were out of the liquid stuff. So they're like, well, we can give you, it's the same thing, but it's in pill form. So it's like these little white capsules, and I almost cried for the first time in my life.
And they don't taste the same.
Well, that's the thing. I was like super, super disturbed that I couldn't have my good pink liquid, and I got it home, and it was time for me to take my first dose, and I think I was supposed to just swallow it, but I chewed it because I was like sucking on it for a while, and it kind of tasted like my good pink drink. And so I chewed it up, and it tasted just like the pink amoxicillin liquid, except it was in like candy form, and I could chew it and enjoy it. And I was like savoring it because I only had like one a day, and so I would take little tiny bites of it and just like chew it up and just like, it's so good. It was really great.
Weird craving you had.
Yeah, but you keep it in your fridge, and so I'd go to my friend's house all the time, and I would just go right to her fridge and open it and see if she had any amoxicillin left from her kids' sicknesses.
I want to go back a little bit to what we were looking at.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
I didn't feel comfortable saying this in front of Cheryl while she was watching us. But when you were saying, you know of like this really gross looking clam, I just wanted
This is not the not safe for work hour.
I thought it was.
I don't know.
I think it is. Listen.
What time was that supposed to start?
I could
Should we answer some not safe for work
I could do
questions?
this on public television, okay?
And
honestly, I can do that.
And honestly, who cares? Because like most people have left already. And guess what? Not safe for work hour is starting now.
Here we go.
Let's crack into this.
It's time for 60 sucks.
I stole these from my dad. He got them from his friend for his 60th birthday, and this was full of suckers.
Yeah.
And then this one says, ouch, 60 smarts, and it was full of Smarties. So this is the safe for work, and this is the not safe for work, which no one has dove into yet. So it's time.
People listening, we have a bunch of like discussion topics in these little jars, and we're going to pull them out and sort of see where they lead us. I'll take the first one.
Okay. First
And-
one.
it's
God,
one-
it's the one Justin
It's the
wrote.
one that I wrote. I didn't take it out on purpose. Okay. It says here, the topic of discussion of the moment is most interesting sexual fetish, parentheses, and is it your fetish? Do you like it, you freak?
It's a good one. So answer it. Or am I supposed to
You
answer
go
it?
first, because I'm going to hold this up to the
Okay.
camera.
Most interesting sexual fetish. That's a really hard question because there's like a sexual fetish for everything.
That's true.
Okay, so I have one.
Which ones have you encountered?
I did see.
Not necessarily personally,
not
if you don't want to go
personally.
there.
No, but I did encounter on the internet, because the internet is a beautiful place full of many magical things and wonders.
Yeah.
There is a fetish for slime. It's like mostly based in Japan, I think. This is the only thing I've ever come across. Not that I was like searching for. Okay,
Michelle Googled
Let me be honest.
slime, sexy.
Sexy hot slime.
Yeah.
Let me be honest with you. When I came across one video of sexual slime, I was intrigued. I wasn't entranced, but I was intrigued to look up more to see like if this is just a one-off or if there's more to it.
You were interested intellectually and not
Sexually.
yeah.
That's very true. I wanted to learn. I wanted to learn more.
Lustily.
I wasn't lusting over it. In fact, I was turned completely off by it. It was a little disturbing. But I did end up getting into, not getting into, I didn't get into it.
Got into some slime.
But when I was searching, I found other things, such as tentacles. And there,
that's common. That's everywhere.
yeah, and I found this video. I'm going to explain it to you real quick, which I thought was probably my favorite video in the porn genre. I'm going to tell you about my favorite porn real quick.
All right, we're getting
Not
into it
sexually, not sexually, just pure entertainment. It was like, it reminded me of the X-Files, which maybe is why I liked it. It wasn't the X-Files porn, because I've seen that. It wasn't that.
No, I
this
have
was
something
different.
that I've
So
seen.
this was like, they were in a lab. I think it was a girl. Yeah, it was a girl in a lab, and there was this plant. Is this what you're thinking?
No, I don't know.
Okay, it was like, I think it was a plant.
I don't think I know this.
It was like an alien plant, and it had like, I don't know, fronds, like fern fronds.
Yeah.
And she was like studying it, and then all of a sudden she's like getting turned on, and she's like, "What's happening to me? Is it the spores from this plant?" I don't know if it was in English or
This
not.
is like some sort of science fiction.
It was very science fiction, and then like the plant started like getting all goopy, and she was like, "Oh, so am I." Like, it was so weird.
Ugh.
It was so funny. Like, highly recommended. I have no idea what it's called. This was years ago,
Yeah.
but it really just stuck with me because it was so interesting. So I think plant fetish is probably my
Yeah,
favorite.
That is interesting.
What's yours?
Man, I've been thinking, like, trying to think of what would be a good answer.
You've been thinking this ever since you wrote it, in case you drew it, and you
Yeah,
did.
I didn't think I was going to have to answer it. Let's get into it and talk about a video I saw.
Okay.
And I guess somebody out there was probably into this.
Someone definitely was if it
Have
was
you
created.
seen E.T. porn?
I have. Oh my god, I have.
It is.
It's so bad.
It's one of the few things that I've seen on the internet that like makes me a little bit sick, and like, like it's pretty innocent, honestly, but it's like so grotesque, and it just like turns my stomach.
I may have just seen like gifs of it or short clips. I don't think I saw the actual.
I think I saw some of it. There's no way I was sitting through the whole thing.
Right.
And I don't know how I came across it. Probably just like reading some forum and a thread about like what's the dumbest weird
What's the
thing
worst
you've
thing you could
seen?
ever do to your eyes and your brain?
Something like that. Because I'm a real healthy individual.
Yes.
Searching stuff like that. So it's like a person wearing a very... You know how E.T. looks. He's pretty gross already. It's a person wearing an E.T. costume, but it's like it's supposed to be a female E.T. And it's grosser. It's sort of like
It's pretty bad.
It's sort of like the Macamee.
Oh, I forgot she was a
the
female.
Macamee costumes.
Oh, now I can
And
picture it.
she's like laying on a table. It's sort of like scientists have found this alien and are doing experiments, and then they, do experiments. And it's like somebody is into that.
Someone's definitely into that.
And
Someone
it's
saw
like
that movie
the
and was
most
so
im-
inspired that they're like, you know what, I'm so into this.
The most immediately I have been like turned away from something that's supposed to be titillating.
Yeah.
And I've seen like gross, weird stuff, but that one just
Yeah.
really bothered me.
But did you watch the whole thing?
No, I definitely have not.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. That's interesting that you could just
Yeah.
click off from that.
Yeah.
Should I draw
So it's
a
interesting
question,
that
or do you have others?
It's interesting to me that someone enjoys that.
There's like, the basics like foot fetish and stuff, but
It's not super.
I'm not
interesting.
interested
And it's
in
also
that.
pretty common. Like
yeah.
I think a lot of men have that.
I just pulled out worst
Living.
date.
Ooh, you're gonna have probably better time than me with this. Because
I've had so many bad dates.
and I don't have that much experience because I've been with the same
Yeah,
woman
that's
for
true.
almost 10 years. I mean, this is like your wheelhouse.
This
so
is my wheelhouse.
Do you have something like off the top of your head already?
I am a Rolodex of worst dates. Every date I've ever been on is the worst thing that's ever happened to me.
I have an idea of one from when I was like 13, so
Oh,
I'll do
that's
that
good.
one.
I've told most of my worst dates on my show, so I just actually remembered another one that I don't think I talked about before, but it was when I was like, early 20s of bar age, because I went to a bar. But I met this guy somehow, probably.
You went to a bar to meet men.
To meet men. No, I met this guy on like a dating website. Yeah, every night. But I met this guy on probably a dating website. But we went out to a Mexican restaurant and ate, and then we went out to a club in downtown Des Moines. And when we got to the club, he started ordering drinks like crazy, like just drink after drink. And
for
I was
himself
like,
or Sharon?
for me.
Okay, so he's trying to
get me drunk, and I knew it, and so I wasn't drinking them, but he just kept ordering shots,
boy.
just shots of tequila. He's like, oh, we had a margarita, so let's keep this tequila train going, And I was like, oh, I really appreciate you buying me these things, but I don't want them,
Can I ask how old he was?
He was my age.
All right.
He was my exact age at the time.
Then it's fine.
Right. I said yes to the date, so I consented.
It's just grosser when it's like an older guy.
But here's where
bad.
Where it gets worse. So I asked him, why are you buying all these drinks? And you're not drinking anything. It seems a little.
God.
It seems.
And
a little
he wasn't
weird.
drinking.
He was drinking like one every 3.
Okay.
So he was drinking a little bit, and I was like, "Why are you doing this? Like, I'm not drinking anymore. This is really bad." He doesn't answer me, but then the waitress comes by to take another drink order, and he says to the waitress, "I'm getting lucky tonight." And I was like, hell no, you are not. And I took off running.
Oh, jeez.
So I took off running in this restaurant, or this club. There's like music bumping, there's tables of bachelor parties and stuff. And I was trying to hide. So I found a table full of men, and I hid under their table. I don't know if I've told you this story.
I think I know this.
You may have heard it. I might have told it somewhere else. But I tucked myself under their table, and they're like, what the hell are you doing? Get out of here,
None of them
stranger.
said I'm getting lucky, right?
No, not all of them were like, excuse me, can you please get out of my group of friends? We're trying to have a good time. And then I told them what was happening, and they're like, okay, let's like make a circle around you. And they kept me safe. And the guy who was trying to, kill me was making laps around this building for like an hour, just looking for me the whole time,
Desperately trying to find his
and
friend.
like this group of 6 guys was like, oh, there he is, and they would just tuck themselves around me like penguins in a huddle. It was really great, and I ended up hanging out with them the rest of the night, and I'm still
So did
friends.
You go home with them?
No, they were very nice, and I'm still friends with one of them on Facebook,
Yeah.
and I think they saved me that night. It was really great.
Yeah.
So that was really cool. I mean, it turned out good, but it was a very bad date.
Yeah.
So
the date part was bad.
The date part was bad. Tell me about your worst date
All
when
right,
you were
so
13.
like I said, I don't have that much dating experience. Ashley and I have been together since like 2009. So I had
Pretty long time.
I had a high school girlfriend before her for a few years, and then I had like girlfriends in middle school. Three girls who I like.
At the same time?
No.
You're not a polygamist?
How dare you accuse me of preteen infidelity?
I don't know. You could be a polygamist
Not
in your
not
teens.
inexperience.
In your tweenage polygamist.
Yeah.
Real life, I'm a tweenage polygamist.
Yeah. So I dated this girl in 8th grade. Her name was Jessica. The relationship started when she had her friend call my house
Okay.
and ask me if I wanted to go out with her.
That's cute. That's how it always happens, right?
I guess, but at that point even, I was like, we really probably shouldn't be doing it this way anymore.
We're a little old for this.
Yeah.
Carol.
Yeah.
Did you already say what her name was?
Jessica was the girl
Oh,
I
yeah.
dated. Her friend was
Carol.
Hannah.
Oh.
But I said yes because like she was cute and whatever. And at some point we went to a movie. It was me and her friend,
Okay.
another girl. I didn't know what movie we were gonna see, but I was like, and this was like the only time we spent any time together in the whole relationship.
Was
which
this the
probably-
date? So this was the date.
I think this was the only time we went on a date, and it was probably like a 2 or 3 month thing.
With one date. You talked once.
Yeah. Well, we were in like activities and stuff in school together. We knew each other.
Okay, right.
We just like
Outside of school.
I was a pretty timid person when it came to that kind of thing, so
Okay.
I wasn't really putting myself in. I wasn't like comfortable with actually having a relationship with a girl. I
get
guess.
that.
Yeah.
I'm like that right
Like
now.
I wanted to have a girlfriend, but I didn't.
You don't know how.
I didn't know like, I even knew like the things that people that are in relationships do. I'm not talking about sex, but you know, just
yeah,
like
I know what you mean.
being with a girl or whatever. Like I knew, but I didn't feel like I.
How do you care for them? Do you need to give them water?
I didn't know
How
how to feed
often?
her.
Yeah. What do you feed them? What do they eat?
I didn't have the money to like
Do
buy.
you have to take them for walks?
I didn't have the money to buy a leash or anything like
Right.
that for her.
Yeah.
Anyway, what were we saying? We went to a movie. I didn't know what movie we were going to, but I was like, yeah, I guess I should probably like spend time with this girl who's my girlfriend.
Uh-huh.
You know. So we showed up at Carmike Theaters in Cedar Rapids, which is no longer around. And they decided we're going to see New York Minute. Are you familiar with this movie?
Yeah, I am.
It's a Mary-Kate and Ashley movie.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is.
So we
I didn't know they played those in theaters. I thought those went straight to VHS.
Yeah. We were the only 3 people in the theater.
Of course.
Sat in the back row. Nothing happened. I didn't really speak to either of them. We just sat there. I waited till the movie was over, and then we left. That was pretty much it.
And that was your worst date.
Probably, actually. And it wasn't that bad.
It's not that bad. I mean, it's tolerable. You got through it, and you didn't have to talk to anyone.
Yeah.
But you did have to watch a Mary-Kate and Ashley movie in a theater.
I remember Bob Saget had a cameo, which I found entertaining.
That's
Yeah.
silly.
Yeah, it was funny. Do you want to do another one?
Sure.
We've been going for almost an hour, so let's do another
more?
one of these, and then we'll stop recording this, and then maybe
Well,
something
someone
else
else will come
happen
on the live stream,
maybe.
Let's see if anyone's even watching.
Yeah, let's check our. We've got one.
No.
We've got one,
It's great.
and that's probably the phone in this.
It
room.
is the phone in the room.
I don't want to do another one that I wrote.
Oh my god. No.
I didn't write this one.
Did I?
No.
Oh no. Oh no.
Do you want me to read
Who
it out
wrote
loud?
it?
It says. Ready? It says, "Is sex really that amazing?" That is in all caps.
I'm sorry. What? My answer is yeah, if it's consensual.
Well, do you feel like maybe I don't know how like real we want to get. Do you feel like you maybe overemphasized it before you were engaged in it?
Do you mean like before, like when I was a virgin?
Yeah.
Oh.
Do you think that like
I feel like
do you
when
think
I
it
was
was a disappointment?
Oh, for sure.
Okay.
Okay,
Well,
I
you're
get
a
that.
woman, so
Right, so it's never enjoyable for a woman.
zero, never.
We do this for men. This is something we give to men as a gift.
That's right.
It's true. It's
right.
true, ladies.
Yeah.
Ladies, am I right?
How many women out there enjoy sex? And
Y'all
then
ladies with me?
no one raises their hand, and you're like, "That's right. That's right.
Let's keep it that way.
None of us like it. We don't enjoy it."
No, but seriously, like when I was 15 going on 16, I was dating this guy and I was like, oh, I know it's gonna happen eventually. And I was maybe talking it up in my brain like, oh, it's gonna be this great thing that all my friends are already doing.
Yeah.
And they seem to like it with their boyfriends.
So you went to the bad school.
I went to a very bad school. They told us to have sex with your boyfriends at a very young age. I'm just kidding.
That was your sex ed.
I'm just
it was,
kidding.
Listen,
It was like-
you're gonna want to do it.
So go for it.
You probably just should. Don't
Just get it out of
overthink
your system.
Don't overthink it. Just sort of go for it.
Yeah, it's like it's
Your
not
body-
gonna be that great.
Your
but
body will tell you what to do. You don't need to hear anything from us, really.
Your body will just close right up if you're not enjoying it. But seriously, it will if you're a woman. It's not true. I'm just kidding.
So you do feel like you were maybe expecting more than
Right.
it was.
Yeah.
So you were like 16.
Yeah, my 16th birthday.
Oh.
Yep, he waited because
Was
he
it-
was older than me. He was like, "Gotta wait till you're 16. God want to go to jail."
Honestly,
I'm not going to jail. You want to go to jail? You want me to go to jail? Don't you love me? You don't want me to go to jail, do you?
honestly, this is disgusting.
I know, right?
Do you want to guess how old I was?
Yes.
All right.
16, 17, 18, 19.
There you go.
19?
I was 19. Yeah.
I was old for my peer group.
Really, I
Boy.
was. Me too. But there's a difference. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh
Okay,
yeah.
cool.
Thanks.
Well, we have Laura from Drake University taking a picture. Had to smile real quick.
Yeah, I was 19.
Thank you.
My high school girlfriend and I
You're a loser.
we never went for it. you know.
So are you a one-show pony?
So far,
Or is it a one-trick pony? Sorry, I don't know.
one trick. Oh my god! Don't call my wife that. Come on.
Trick?
yeah.
Sorry, Ashley, I love you. You trick.
She might listen to this.
I'm just kidding.
I'll tell
again.
her not to.
So now we're joined by Steven. You want to say anything? We're recording in Impedecast.
Yeah, as well as live stream.
And on live stream.
Love the show. Big fan. Hey guys.
Hey, Steven.
Hey, my name's Steven. I've been alive for 28 years.
Yeah, me too.
Life is impeding.
Yeah, man.
It's an impediment.
We're just wrapping up here.
Yes, we are almost done. We went through all our
I believe
holidays, we went through a
that the
couple
last
things.
we looked at one of your questions. I think it was the one that says, "Is sex really that great or amazing?"
And I think we came to the conclusion, no.
Well,
I think it's a really unpopular opinion that it is what it is, but everybody's so focused on that's all that matters. And is that all that matters?
Do people really focus on that's all that matters? I've never met anyone
people,
who
I think.
focuses on that's all that matters.
It's more like when you're not getting what you want. you know, it takes over more of your mind, probably.
Yeah, God.
You know, what we were saying was did we sort of overemphasize what it would be like before we experienced it?
Did we
Which
talk it up in our
I think
brains?
most people probably do. When you don't know it from experience, you're probably thinking it's going to be the thing, which I guess biologically sort of is the thing, but it's intellectually not that mind-blowing once you've done it, right?
Do you think over time, as we've grown in our brain matter and our abilities to be an intellectual, that it has become less and less of a super necessity? I think there's some data that would support the fact that it's not the more intelligent people are, the less kids they have. There's actual data that shows.
Yeah, generally. I think there's. We're not exactly fighting for the survival of the species as much as we may have been in the earlier years of humanity.
Yeah.
So maybe we don't have.
If 6 people die, we're not
Thanks for
done.
this.
Yeah, but we don't have as strong of a drive to reproduce, probably. So maybe it's not as important in general. I don't know. It's a subject for sure.
Sick.
Yeah, it's a thing people like to think about and talk about. So, yeah. Well, do you want to wrap up our podcast here?
Let's wrap up Impedecast so I can go to the bathroom.
This was our first time doing a video thing. Maybe we should just turn Impedecast into a video.
Let's do live
that it's
YouTube.
different. Yeah,
Let's Twitch us. Let's Twitch it.
we could if you.
I think this is easy. I think it's nice to see what I look like when I'm talking.
Yeah.
It makes me super hyper aware.
We are narcissists.
We love to look at
I
mirrors.
love to look at my eyebrows and forehead.
We're
They're
expressive
my
folks.
greatest features. And it also really shows the contrast between us.
What does that mean?
I don't know. We look really different.
We are different people.
Yeah.
People tend to look different.
I think you.
I think if you let
look
your
a
hair
little
down, you
more-
look just like me.
You look a little more cleaned up than me, I think.
Here, let me dishevel myself. Let's.
Oh.
Oh, we look
I
just
think
alike.
my hair is
Hold
a
on.
little more volume.
Hold on.
Yours is a little thinner, right?
Thanks.
And I don't mean that as
no,
a
you
negative
do
thing.
because I have a bald spot in the back of my head.
as a quality.
Here,
of your
let's
hair.
put it all on
It's
one
thinner.
side. Okay, here we go.
I just have like
Oh,
thicker,
wrong side. Oh,
thicker stuff. You know?
We look like twins right now.
Yeah. we
Here,
look
let me.
just-
Oh wait, there.
How's that?
We look identical.
Do we?
Yeah,
All right, let me try to make the same face as you. This is good audio content.
it is. Here, let me take a picture of the screen because we look like twins.
Let me turn my head. Wait.
Let's make the same face though. Is that
Do you
what
want
you said?
do you want to tilt a little bit, like what you just did?
Yeah, I think it would make for a better picture. Oops. Okay.
Yeah.
This
all
is
right.
really good audio.
Yeah, we're just evolving into like sight gags, so
Oh yeah, we
I
should
think
probably get out of
we
here.
should call it on the impedecast. Thanks for listening.
Thanks, live stream viewer.
Yeah.
Who's in this building?
If you're
with us?
listening and you'd like to see some video of this, you can go to the podcast Iowa
Event
network stuff.
or- yeah,
I
it's
think-
shared all over the place. I personally shared it. I think Justin did too.
The video's going to
gonna
be
be
up
live video.
around. You can see us saying these things and not just listen to it.
let
The
me
audio
take-
is probably better because
I'm
we're
gonna take
going
a better
through
picture real
mics.
quick. Tilt your head.
All right.
Get this out of here.
And yeah, so follow Impedecast on all the social media stuff. Tell your friends about it if you think they would enjoy it.
They will.
Yeah, follow Michelle's main thing. It's called
Welcome to my show.
Yeah, it's called Welcome to My Show. Follow my main thing. It's called I Hear, I See Radio. I do a bunch of local concerts and stuff in Iowa City, and we all have a great time, and everyone loves it. And I'm trying to build it up into a larger project, so the
It's
more
really
people
exciting.
paying attention, the better.
I'm paying attention. You should too.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
All right. Good night.
Good night, Impedecast.
Good night. It's 2:55 p.m. Good night.
Good night.
Thank you.